4. Dave from San Francisco. On your last BRS, see how hip it's getting? The bathrobe sessions. BRS. EO11, Ocean's 11. You were talking about Dennis Miller Live, and I couldn't help but wonder what the writing process on that was. Obviously you had writers, but they also had to write for you, your sense of humor as well as your views. How exactly did you keep it running, coherent, in agreement with your POV, and most importantly, funny? Well, I have somehow, I always surprise new writers that I have winnowed my comedy down to a distinctive equation almost. And that equation is indignation, what am I, arcane reference. And it's almost like a template you can put up, a boilerplate. If you think about half my career, and the fucking guy cuts me off on the road, wow, what am I, Claude Rains in The Invisible? You know, it's like, now obviously the jokes have lines coming off them and horizontals and references back, and it became a bit of a game after a while, an arcane game. But you can see when I do the radio, I don't have any writers there, this is how I think. I have one monkey trick in the world, it's similes. Like and as I'm pretty good at, and I have a reasonably deep drawer of references and a pretty quick retrieval system. It works for radio, but on the show we would just sit there and tinker. We'd all sit around a table and we'd be, what was pissing me off that week, and then what am I, you know, that's just the Deus Ex Machina, it's always there. And then we'd go for the weirdest references, and then you start dialing in syllables and counts. I don't want to be too anal about it, but there is a meter to it. Prune it down. That was my favorite part. We'd get around 8 minutes, and we'd sit there and just be brutal about what went. And we, you know, I always thought of that scene with Jason Robards in All the President's Men, where he's in the tux, but he puts his feet up for a second and takes that red pen out. He say this about Billy? Cut the reference to Mrs. Graham's tit and run it, you know, like I always loved that scene. So that's when we were brutal. Only the strong survived, and it became sort of an esprit de corps, a red badge of courage, that if you got a joke on there, it had gone through a tough process with some brutal people. Let's put it this way, Sal was the nicest guy in the room. Well, that was a tough table. Love the writer's table. It's the Serengeti plane. You exhibit a limp, you get fed on, no whining. Just write the jokes, the best jokes survive. So that was the process. Enjoy these samples of the Bathrobe Sessions, a weekly video available only to members of the DMZ, the Dennis Miller Zone, on DennisMillerRadio.com.